Hey guys, welcome back to TNT Creations. Back on the 54 Mainline today. Gonna be honest. We sat down, we did some talking, we did some thinking, and we think we're coming to an end with this car. We think we're gonna try and work on wrapping this car up, make sure it runs, drives, take it on a nice little road trip, make sure that it's going to do well, and just send it on. This is the first 50s model car we've worked on, but we don't want it to be our last, and we're definitely ready for the next one to get it running and driving. The rust repair and all of that stuff, as much as we want to do it, we're just ready to get to the next one and get the next one back on the road. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to focus on cleaning up that wiring, painting the floor and the trunk just so that way it is a little bit nicer, making sure all the bells and whistles that we can work, so that way the next person who does get a hold of this car, the only thing they have to worry about is maybe some body and some rust, and then it'll be a really slick car. But mechanically, we just want this car to be sound and safe for the next person. Well, I just decided to bring you along with me to clean out this trunk a little bit so that way we can paint it. And I know a couple of you are probably yelling at your screen going, why are you even gonna paint the trunk? I don't know, it just makes me feel good if we paint it a little bit, you know? I know a couple of you are yelling thinking, well, you know, you were gonna do rust repair and you were gonna do this and that, and I know, but we decided we're just ready to see what's next. Maybe it's some 60s model Chevy or a 70s model Dodge or something, you know. Me and Tucker are both 23, 22 years old, and we're ready to just keep working and keep finding new projects to work on to broaden our horizon when it comes to working on this old stuff. And mechanically, we have seen about everything on this car and fixed the majority of everything on this car that it needs. So, for us, that's a win. Even getting this car back out on the road after quite a while. GT hubcap, if you need one. Probably make a good cat watering bowl. But, you know, somebody may pick this car up and may do a complete revival on it and rust repair and everything. And I hope somebody does, because this is a really good car. It is solid bones for a good start, but it's just not quite what we're looking for at this moment. I guess I forgot to mention, we're sponsored by This Is My Wife's Vacuum, because the shop vac is currently down, so if this breaks, I'm in big trouble. Todd's got the trunk all cleaned out and painted up. Doesn't look too bad. Cleaned up pretty nice, actually. And I got the
wire mess all tackled. Got the fuse box mounted up. All the wires are all hooked up to everything. We're fixing to sand down the dash and get it painted.
We'll have to get you in close.
Looks pretty good, actually.
I'm not saying it's perfect, but if an old gal picked me up with a dash like this, she'd take me home. Well, the old car's coming together quick, fast, and in a hurry. So we're working on getting seats in. We still got a little bit of painting to do, but really wondering how these seats are going to look in here. These were the seats that came with the car, but somebody had reupholstered them, so I think they ought to look pretty snazzy. And you know it's getting serious when you pull out the McGuire's. How did this guy go in there? I think it clips down first. Clips down here first? No. Up in there first?
I need to be able to see what's happening.
Okay. I'm just feeling with my hand. Oh, okay. I got mine. Oh, oh. I got a deal down here. I gotta get past the cushion. There we go.
Oh, so here, pull it out. Let's put the bottom in first.
You feel the bottom? There.
I got a long ways to get off.
Yeah. I'm betting we need to put the top, this piece, on first and then the bottom.
We'll do everything twice.
It's good for you. Okay, now we can take this piece forward. Just get it kind of. There. Mine went. Just push it in. Nope, nope, nope. You can go in. There you go.
Well, mine's bent.
Oh. Well, why'd you do that?
Or is yours flat like that?
No, mine was up.
Well, can you take yours out?
There you go. Hold on up. it's not got yours. I wonder if we're both not getting it. And this guy. Maybe if we push it. Yeah. Oh, I'm close.
We'll get yours first.
Yeah, I'm trying. Nope. Need to push it. Ugh.
This is fun.
We might need both of us to push on this to get this side on and then go over there and do that side. I don't understand why these are so tight.
I just think we're probably doing it wrong.
Oh, 100%. But I don't know who to ask.
Do you guys know?
Somebody's gonna call us dumb. It'd be all right. So let's do this. Get right in here like this. Find the ledge. Right there, there's my deal. Oh, there she is. That was easy.
We'll come over here and do this one.
Well, let a guy just lay down here. Where are we at? I need to find the deal. Right there. There. For goodness sakes. At least it looks comfy.
There's definitely gonna be zero leg room back here.
Well, people back in the 50s were only like 5'4", so we're a whole foot taller.
I think we just keep the back seat in it and extend the steering wheel and the pedals.
All right, let's finish painting the dash.
Coat number 2 on the dash. We'll do that and then come through and get this floorboard here painted up.
I know a lot of people probably call this pretty stupid that we took the time to wire wheel the floor and we're taking the time to paint it. But the important thing is that we're trying to save this car as much as we can and eliminate rust and different things like that. And the car has rust, but the rust that is here isn't bad. So when we're done painting the floor, I'll show you the tech tip of how to get rid of this.
Dash is all painted. Here's the old finished product. We went with something with a little bit of flake in it. We still gotta put the trim on and get all the switches back together and then put the speedometer in. Also, got the floorboards all painted. Feet are a little dirty, don't worry about that. Got the seats all in, looking good. Front and rear. Everything is coming together. Dash is all finished up. Got the trim back on. Got all the knobs back on. Radio's in. The speedometer is not bolted down. We got to find a couple bolts for it in the morning when some stores open up. We did have to order a new turn signal switch, so we'll be waiting on that and we'll get it wired in. It's just a couple wires down there. It won't be nothing crazy, but as of right now, we just have a racing steering wheel, just quick release, so that's cool. But about this rust, I'll let you finish up on that one.
To continue on with the tech tip, now my grandpa taught me this years and years ago. It's really simple and easy. It's just like that, brand new.
Can't even see the hole now.
Lie down. Semi-productive day on the 54. Floor painted, trunk painted, seats in, dash all worked over, wiring finished. She's getting there. Rust, it's all fun and games and it's fun to joke about. We could fix it, but we just decided not to. We want the car running and driving. A running and driving project is a lot more usable and gets your juices going a lot better than a project that just sits there. So that's the majority of the reason why we just wanted to see this thing on the road and get it going. Tomorrow we'll be finishing up, hopefully maybe scoot it down to the car wash, tinker on the last few things that need to be done. We need to hook up the alternator, just some more finishing touches. We're not going to be able to do much about the blinker switch. It'll be in when it gets in, but maybe we can look at mounting a smaller steering wheel. Gets a little tight in there with big old steering wheel, you know what I mean. But we'll see you guys in the morning, back on the 54. Well, it's the next day. It's not morning. It's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon because some guys were getting lazy. But for some of you who remember, this door did not latch or work at all. You gotta shut it a little bit hard, but works great. Problem we were having is the tooth on the rear right here, or on the front, was broken. Well, this rear one came with a spacer. The front did not. So the rear door engages more, therefore the front of it being broken isn't a problem. All we did was swap those two. This one isn't broken at all. Just swapped those two. Now we have 4 doors that shut and work properly. Gonna finish up wiring in the alternator, hooking up choke, and then we're gonna dive into the overdrive. This overdrive system seems to be a little different than anything we've ever worked on, but it seems somewhat similar maybe to a gear vender's. You have an overdrive fused little relay there, and then there's an overdrive switch or a kick down switch that is right under the gas pedal, to where if you really need to get into the meat and potatoes, it'll kick it off. So we're gonna get into some of that, see what we can get figured out, and maybe this car will be 100% electrically sound.
Alternator is all hooked up. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but the overdrive is also all hooked up. We got it all tidied up, and right now we're just kind of doing some little monotonous things. Todd's in there pretty deep. Getting the speedometer screwed into the dash. We took all the top panels and stuff off the doors, and then the little trim inside here on these pillars, and they're all wire wheeled down. We're going to paint them the same color as the dash, so it should all look pretty good when it's done.
I tell you what, a couple cans of spray paint, some elbow grease, a stub toe, and a cut on my thumb. This thing turned out looking pretty snazzy. It's not perfect. Far from it, being truthful. Missing a door panel, but that's okay. But I think if I pulled up to old Ethel's house down the road, she'd hop in to go down to the drive-in movie, and she'd be happy to ride in this sweet stallion.
Well, we're here at the car wash. We're gonna get this thing cleaned up and see how nice the paint actually turns out. It might surprise us. Probably not though. But we're gonna get this thing all washed up and get it on the road.
All in all, full success on the 54. Turn signal switch installed, working. Brake lights working, headlights working. Interior, stylish, comfortable, affordable. Everything you need for a car. Didn't change anything washing it. Kind of expected it. But all in all, for a car that was sitting in a pasture, hadn't been running, earliest we could tell somebody had messed with it was 09. Last time somebody did. Last time it was on the road, nobody knows. But a great car, and it's awesome to see it back on the road. It rides like a cloud with 17 inches of insulation on a seat and worn out shocks and bushings. It rides like a Cadillac. I do think, however, we are going to sell the car in order to make some more room for some more projects. If you guys like what you see, you like us pulling these cars out of pastures, getting them running, maybe taking them down the road, making them just a little bit sweeter, just enough so that way it can be a little bit more enjoyable, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow. If you guys have any sort of questions or suggestions or anything, please put them down there, because we are trying to learn throughout this process, and we're just genuinely interested on what you guys know and what you want to see and different things like that. So be sure to tune in to the next video on TNT Creations. Maybe we'll have something a little bit sweeter than this 54 Mainline.